Okay. So I didn't end up having to do that thing that I normally do on Thursday. Actually, mostly because I can't. Usually I go to this workout class on Thursdays, but it seems like it's been getting awfully popular. I wasn't able to get a time slot, so now I'm here today. And let's see. Remember where we left off? We were going to the Earth Temple to... Fuck. I know... Wait, we have... do we have Colette in our party? I don't remember, actually. Okay, we do have her back in our party. Alright. What else? We are in this Earth Temple. Let me double check. In order to save the two worlds, Sheena had to forge packs. Oh, right. We have to collect the summon spirits now. Okay, so I guess I'll do this, and then I'll start... I think I can start doing extra stuff around the world. Quite, no. Or I mean, I'm getting a lot of advice from my friend in between sessions, and I don't remember if they said anything important. So, I mean, it's not enough to spoil me, but like, so I don't mess up or lock myself out from events. Apparently there's a lot of things that you can lock yourself out of in this game. But I guess that's just how it is with old games. Okay, so here's what I don't remember. Which way did I go? Left or right? I think right was a dead end. I'm going left now. So I guess I did change my audio setting, so if anyone noticed a difference, it's because of that. I was trying to get rid of... I know that actually, I don't want to say what the issue is, because then whoever's listening is gonna actually hear it every time I talk. So we'll just see if anyone else comments on it. Remember, what was I doing last time? So this person... I can't... What the fuck, I can! Oh. I didn't actually expect that to work. I think I thought I was trying to break a bridge before. That. Okay. I didn't actually expect that to work, because there was a bridge earlier where I tried that out and it didn't work. A weapon cursed by evil spirits. I think. So I did hear that there are a couple evil weapons with edgy-ass names, and they're supposed to be part of this other quest. But I guess I lucked out and found that one. Also found out that I probably should have given... Oh, Pug Pug, you didn't have to give bit cheers! Well, especially you! Thank you for the 300 bits! I see, I think the minimum's working now. But... Oh, I didn't fall off this time? Am I stuck? No, I'm not. Okay. This feels like I should be able to go down. Weird. Alright. And it also feels like I should get fall damage. I want that chest. Hope I didn't miss anything by falling out this way. The cursed weapons aren't found in normal-looking chests. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that is the other detail they said. Also, welcome back, Noe. Okay, I did forget that. It's supposed to be in black chest, right? Or something like that. Oh, you guys. You're the ones that gave me the potion. This must be Big Brother. They all look the same, so it's hard to tell. You want to go back up? Then use this hole. It's a secret passage that only gnomelets use. Thanks, Big Brother. Oh, he's actually pretty nice after you give him potion. He doesn't keep calling us a loser. Oh, this guy. You can't... Oh, you can't go any further. But why? Oh, Kaz, you were able to make it too! Hi, Kaz. Oh, hey, Kaz. Yeah, so I'm just continuing my Yeah, well, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just pretty much continuing where I left off in Tales, and so now we're trying to collect summon spirits. I don't remember how that worked in Final Fantasy X. I know we had to collect so it's similar to Final Fantasy X. We're collecting a bunch of summon spirits, but the reason behind it for this game is to help separate the worlds, because the summon spirits right now are being used to kind of tie them into this situation, or it seems like it's meant to tie these two worlds. That Tina, half our party member, comes from a separate world, and that world is draining mana from our current world. Being on the path right below you. Did I miss a path? Oh, there you are. There's a big chasm further in. We have to drop the path above down onto it to get past it. I'll go on over there. What do we do there? I'll tell you when we get there. Alright. Okay, I'm going now, but do something about those monsters along the way. It's really annoying when one of them touches me. So I need to make sure no enemies touch you, right? Yeah, I'll raise a big fuss if they do. Path right below you where the sign is. Okay, I'll try that. I thought I stopped by before heading to bed. Sorry I can't stay. Hope you have fun. Oh yes, sorry, this is a bit of a later stream, but thanks. I really appreciate you passing by, Kaz. And also hope you sleep well, and that I didn't keep you up too late. I'll raise a big fuss if they do. Let's see. Oh.
This is gonna be cake.
This is part of that 5% dungeon content that I don't like in this game. Oh, damn. That must be pretty bad if you don't like it, Noe. Oh, escort missions? Okay. I mean, as long as the enemies disappear, it can't be that bad. Unless they respawn. I think I kind of remember, for some reason, an enemy respawned in this section, and I thought that was a little weird. I think when I was going by this dungeon yesterday. Why these encounters? Oh, okay. So it wasn't just me. I was like, just me, or did that thing respawn? Oh, alright, if this guy just goes in one direction... I can tell us. If this is just for this one path, it's not horrible, I think. About to find out. I'm a little concerned because you, Noe, or of all people, are the one that's saying this is the worst part of the dungeon, worst part of the game. Content, the dungeon content that you don't actually like. Find out. I mean, okay. It's just this one path. It's not horrible, but the thing that makes me feel like it's gonna happen. This is a lot longer than just this section. I guess he's walking a bit slow.
One fight after another.
Here's how long. What I didn't get from my friend is which are the. It turns out that the light. They didn't consider the light dungeon annoying. Lightning's Volt's dungeon annoying. So I'm kind of concerned about how the rest of the dungeons will go. If they're actually longer than that. Because I think Volt's dungeon was just... actually, you know, thinking back on it, it wasn't actually that bad. Now that I know what to do. Doing it the first time, a little backtracky. Maybe this is Max T. Okay. It's okay so far. It's just one zone. Okay. Alright, that's what you meant. I couldn't break this alone. The Temple of Lightning involves a lot of walking, but isn't too complicated or annoying overall. Is the most complicated thing on this dungeon gonna be, or the worst part, just the escort part? Or is it also the putt? Oh, I guess we'll find out. Oh, you're here! So what do we do now? You and I are going to cause an earthquake at the same time. Then this path will fall down, okay? Oh, I guess these guys are all awfully nice now. I get it. We're going to increase the strength of the shock. I'll say 1, 2, 3. So match your timing with mine and use the sorcerer's ring. If we do it a few times, it'll fall. Gotcha. Want to hear that again? No, I think I'm good. Okay then, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I have to time it exactly on that? Once more. 1, 2, 3. Not quite yet. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Oh. Oh? Oh, I got it. Hey, hey, you almost got us killed. Oh, I didn't think about that. About what would happen after it fell. If we didn't have these experts, we'd be dead. Everybody makes mistakes. Well, I'm going now. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, escort missions suck. You got through it smoothly, but if a monster touches him, he asks for a what? Or a lot of gold, which is a big issue in any's percent. Oh, yeah, okay, that would have been terrible. Holy shit. I did not expect to go to this significant area so fast, actually. I thought there's a lot of chests I think I left behind. Hopefully I can go back up. I think I can go back up. After this. Looks like the shrine. Hack thing. Okay, but if it cost that much for him to run into the monster, okay, that would have been terrible. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to buy magic lenses. Oh well, I guess it's not important.
So this is Gnome.
Since Volt was Undini's opposite, Gnome's is...
Ifrit. If we wake up Ifrit, that'll sever their mana flow, right?
No, it's Sylph. Honestly, how many times do I have to tell you before you actually remember it?
I see that the level of education in Silverant matches the status of the world.
Okay, yeah. Fuck, is that the line?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And harsh? Right? Regal?
Lloyd, that was not a compliment.
All right, here we go.
So you're a summoner, huh? Well, look, sorry, but I've already got a pact with Mythos, okay?
There's Mythos' name again. He must have been amazing.
You know, considering that all these summon spirits are set up to set up the worlds like this, I'm guessing Mythos is...
I am Sheena. I seek a pact with Gnome. I ask that thou annulst thy pact with Mythos and establish a new pact with me.
Man, you sure use some stuffy language. Blech.
Well, I mean, this is how I was taught to do it.
Really? Oh, yeah, well, whatever. All right, show me what you got. Bring it on. Come on.
Okay. I can respect that. Please reorganize your party. Oh, okay. I'll take it. Else probably have my change out your equipment. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So I forgot to take it off her in the first place. Otherwise, for full stats, I have... buy extra. I don't even remember. I think I just bought extra, I guess. Okay, 7 magic lines. Good enough.
Time to taste dirt.
That's not the line. That was right. Okay. Earth? Yeah. Fuck, I didn't. Okay. Okay, which moves do I have here? Oh, fuck. Wait, eruption's a fire move, I think? Okay. What? I thought the strat is to heal. You know, whoa. Oh? Oh, okay. Or... Oh shit, this not very long. Oh fuck, I fucked it up. Yeah, that's a long combo though. How much do you have? Oh, it's not bad. No, I'm not. No. Live. Oh, you lived. No. It's not. I'm kind of surprised this doesn't count as a guard break from behind him. 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. An over limit. 1, 2. Oh, 1. Almost. Oh. Okay, I wasn't too sure if the second skill would combo into the unison attack. Nice. Okay. I'm still kind of traumatized from the...
You need to remember that enemy's weakness.
Oh man, you're making me study here too.
PP keeps increasing. I keep getting... I'm still traumatized from that one time. I fucking... Oh, wait, no. The 2 times. 3 times? I felt... Well, there's a lot of boss fights. A little too many to count. We'll just pretend none of that happened. Earn the title Axeman.
You guys fight dirty, you know that? I mean, what's up with the 4-on-1 garbage, Mythos? Well, he did it by himself. Oh yeah? Well, whatever. Make your vow already.
Oh, this guy is hard to deal with. For the sake of creating a place in which the 2 worlds no longer must sacrifice one another, give me your power.
Very straightforward, okay.
Well, alright. I'll go ahead and lend my power to you guys.
That was a lot easier than I was expecting, considering how long the other dungeons were. Oh, King Ute, man, I hope nothing bad happened during this. Better get hopes high. What? What are you saying? What? No way anyone redeem our...
Now all we have to do
I
is
need
make a pact with Sylph and we'll sever another
I'll
one of
do
the
it
mana
after this.
flows.
Holy shit. I should have kept the prices up. Second.
Where should we go next?
I've heard that the summon spirit Celsius resides near Flanor.
Okay then, let's go have a look.
Alright. Gonna have to mentally prepare Ruby. Dungeon is short, but the gnomelets would have added several minutes if you had to backtrack. That is fair. Okay, well, that would make sense actually. Also, okay, let me mentally prepare for this. I guess that's the one thing about if I had it cheaper, maybe I would get used to this, but... Whoa, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna drink water. Can't believe someone actually redeemed it. Fuck a hour. Obviously, this needs to cost more again. Hey. You know, I was practicing this before. And now I was like, how bad can it be? Now I can't do it. Alright. Well, so, okay. I'm gonna mute my mic while actually, I don't know if I think that'll psych me out more. Okay, what? Wait. Okay. Okay, no, that didn't sound weird. I don't know what that sounded like. I'll get. How did that sound like? What the fuck shit? What are you doing here? Okay, never mind. I was gonna do it twice just because I think that came out wrong, but no. Now that the two of you are here, king and sheep, I think that counts as me saying that twice. I know the first one would come out badly. This was a planned attack? What? Well, fuck. Well, how many points do you have left anyways? So I know. But it was good? It was good? Okay. Good, good. At least I have that going. Then you don't have to... Then no one needs to hear a repeat of that one. Ribbon. Let's see. What if I... What the fuck?
そうか
だって頭のリボンがぐるぐるぐるぐる回るんだよ。リボンだったらブレセアだって可愛いよ。私のリボンは
Guinness is too thirsty.
回りません。あれブレセア待ってよ。
っていうかノームのあれはリボンじゃないだろ。
Let's see. Have another 5k? Well, watch something. I'll have something interesting for the channel points someday, and then you're gonna regret it. I just have to figure out what eventually. Also, oh yeah, was Kuro able to finish your? Are you gonna use that as a PNG? It didn't. I asked it once, but I wasn't sure if that was a yes to the PNG or a yes to something else. I may. He did finish it. Nice. It just looked nice. Fuck. But that means I'm gonna have to call you my PNG brother. But what the fuck? Why did Kuro have to make you so damn cool? I was looking at that. I'm like, god damn. I need to make a gender bend version of myself. And then he put on the sunglasses. I'm like, never mind. Never mind. I was like, I don't want to talk about that part. I don't want to talk about that part. Just don't go fucking copy-donning people, alright? Where am I? Wait. Oh, okay. Bogart is... drop. Okay, there's a few things that I got. Ruby. A gem received from the summoned spirit of Earth, a symbol of love, happiness, and courage. Oh, I'm guessing this gives me... If that's a plus sign, I'm either... I would assume I absorb Earth damage, but I can't tell for sure. And I also inflict Earth damage. Oops. Lethal guard. Give it to Colette. Oh. I'll give this to... Holy symbol. Oh, it restores 3% at a fixed rate. Okay. Also, I need to switch my party. No, I can't. Actually, I have to unequip it from my other party members. Oh, no! I'm so used to being able to examine them directly by clicking on them versus going straight to the exchange. Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm so used to like just going straight down and then examining that way instead of leading to the party exchange menu. %. Okay. Forgot what this does. Oh, that's good. Too short. I guess she does. She's pretty low, so I guess you'll need that. You need multiple items with elemental resistance to become immune, and more to absorb. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I have to think about it. Okay, so you'd probably need like two accessories dedicated to that, and does armor actually have elemental properties too? I guess they could, or at least they have space for it. Oh, strat. Gonna have them. Okay, yeah, I just have them on save. Forgot to switch that during the combat. How do I get out of here?
You're gonna regret this. Form a torrential vortex and
Whoa, that's a long ass chant for a spell. Okay, so right. The backtracking is what would have made this dungeon long. Okay, I'm glad that wasn't too long. Now I'm starting to think, I guess I'll figure it out. There's like a bunch of extra stuff that I know I should be able to do eventually, like not the unicorn, but they were there was this monster that the caravanners were talking about. But maybe it's still too early in the game for me to worry about that. I think something related to a tree. Okay, nice. I'm just gonna holy bottle this part now. Get all the stuff that I missed last time. Okay, I'm good. I go up first. Oh, there really was nothing. Okay, I feel better.
This is gonna be a piece of
I felt like I missed so much because I didn't see what was on top of that.
That was just warming up.
Okay. That's... Oh, I'm assuming that's permanent. You know, I normally want to give these things to the main character, but apparently I heard that the EX gem level 4 is actually kind of better off if I had given that to either Rain, Colette, or Genus for some stuff. Fuck, never mind, I'm just gonna give it to Lloyd. Most items give you 2 points of resistance. With 2 to 4 points of resistance, you take 50% damage, 5 to 6, and you are immune, and you don't get staggered. 7 plus absorbs damage. Oh, okay. I wish there was a... I guess they... I mean, I guess you could technically just look individually for the items. It would be nice, I guess, one of those convenience features that older games have to show that more visually. Okay, I'm gonna just give this to Lloyd. It's so weird if I don't give it to my main character. Also, if I have an item like this, does that mean I have a lot more that I missed out on? Shit. Okay, I'm giving this to Lloyd. Accuracy. Also Lloyd. Defense. Hard. I'll just give it to Lloyd. But yeah, I heard that I should give that EX gem 4 to Colette because she'll get me something about stealing. And then for Rain and Genus, they have something they can learn that will prevent them from getting staggered. Oh shit. Now I have to go far forward. Well, at least I don't have any options anymore. I like it when games take away my choices just so I don't have to wonder if I missed the 50-50. Yeah, level 4 gems are really useful on casters. Yeah, it seems like it, especially with especially with what? Yeah, especially with so they don't get canceled in casting, which I'm not really used to, considering I'm not used to it because most of modern games I don't have to really worried about getting canceled. I guess I used to play World of Warcraft and there's like a move that cancels casting, but I don't. The game's canceled. I mean, if you get silenced, that would make sense, but otherwise, not that many games that I've played. I'm a little curious if I run out of platforms I can fall off of. If I do this again. Or wait, or do they regen? I'll find out. Wait, no, they regen. If I remember this correctly. No, I didn't! I fucking did it! Alright. I'm trying to get that one last chest. But yeah, for the stealing thing, I would do that on Colette and probably... there's apparently some kind of money thing that you can do with her that would make farming Geld really easy, and I'd probably want to do that. Because then they also told me something separate from that there's a town, that we can rebuild a town using a crap ton of Geld. So I'd probably want to farm Colette's, or farm using Colette to finish that, whatever that side quest is.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Or... Oh, nice. I pretty much like finished these enemies off now with one combo. Okay, never mind. Just spoke too soon. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. I've got all the chests from here now. For once. For once I've gotten it. I wouldn't worry about that in a first playthrough, to be honest. You need a lot of gold to get any benefit out of rebuilding that town, which would require a lot of grinding. Oh. Like how many... Oops. I don't need this anymore. How much grinding is a lot of grinding? I mean, I used to be able to I used to have endurance for grinding, so it might not be too bad. Maybe? 2 hours? An hour or two? 3, 4? Where am I going? In order to save... Oh, right. I have to go to the other world, I think. Lord and the others run into a zoologist who was traveling the world with his family. They were traveling the world to see a shining bird they had caught a glimpse of. Oh, this is the thing I was wondering. And the other realized immediately that they were talking about Asuka, the summoned spirit of light. Hoping to discover how they might meet Asuka, they asked the family to talk about their experience. Well, they gave me that information pretty early on. I think this is the thing I was talking about at the caravan. You can carry over gold between playthroughs, and you need 4 to 5 playthroughs to 100% this game. So I recommend just doing more playthroughs instead of grinding on your first. That would make sense. But also, holy shit, 4 to 5 to 100% is a lot. I did hear that's because of how the effects works, I think. Oops, wrong. Oh, where do I... Let me remember. Go to the other world, right? Oh, I can go to Altamira now. Could be too soon. I heard that some towns have new things to do after you visit them. I'm just not too sure which town. I guess there's a Colosseum here. I don't know if that'd be too early to go to, though. Oh, we'll find out. Maybe the Colosseum's open? Although I wonder if that's too early for me to do. Let me double check my synopsis. Anything else? get all the titles, items, monsters, data, you need to do multiple playthroughs and correctly. Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. I know there's a lot of lockout stuff. Oh, are we still criminals? Yes, we are. The Coliseum's open? I don't think they'd let criminals. Well, either way, I do need to go to the item shop. What's happening here? Yeah, actually, I don't want to walk all the way up to the Coliseum. That seems a bit far. What else do I have? Life bottle. Yeah, I do have. No, I don't feel like I'd use it, but just not having this in my inventory feels wrong to not have at least one of them. Have the gold for it? Yeah, never mind. I should. I'll save that in case. I don't think enemies drop holy bottles, and I definitely need magic lenses. Assume nothing's changed with this town and go straight to Altamira. I think it's Altamira? Elsa's power of observation. What the fuck? Whoa, he checks everyone out, I guess. Okay. Respect that. Got good eyes. Right, where is Altamir? I could just... Or I could just explore now that I can actually fly on top of any of these mountains. Absolutely. There is some stuff that I saw in the sky. I know there's that floating city. But obviously I'm visiting the wrong area for that. Oh, which one of these islands I've not visited? Okay, this is Altamir. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to wait here.
What's up? Won't say why, huh? Lloyd, let him do what he wants.
All right.
That's the same dialogue that happened last time I came here. Now that I have Colette, did anything change? I think I missed these vendors because I can't really see them. But they don't talk anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, finally get the 4th and 5th floor to this. Side content isn't unlocked yet. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I guess so then, I'm assuming then I just have to proceed with the...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, shit, you know what I forgot? Wait, no, actually, I do have it on Discord. I was like, wait, did I forget to put it on Discord? No, that's automated. But, oh, the side content isn't unlocked yet. Okay, so I'm assuming then that I just have to go back and forth between the worlds right now. Unless I can go to that one flying island. But yes! Hi, Ari! Thanks for visiting again. You're always here. I think you still made every single one. You need to advance the story a bit more. Oh, okay. But I am currently trying to remember what I was supposed to do. Again, even though I've been playing and I should know. The Temple of Ice on the list of things to do at this point. Oh, okay. there a hint on where the Temple of Ice is, or is it just here in ice? And I'll keep trying to catch every stream. Oh, sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. And hopefully someday I'll have... Fuck, I feel bad. But emotes... Well, I guess it's not something to feel bad about, but I guess... Yeah, it's like, I don't really have much to give my any loyal followers except the emotes, but those aren't even ready yet. Oh, okay. I'm assuming this town isn't it. See anything from it? Or... Okay, so they were talking about going, though... They were also talking about going back to... What's it called? Silverant. To unhook it with... Am I supposed to... But you said Ice Temple. How would I have known where the Ice Temple is? Oh, let me just look all around. Oh, I don't remember. Did I get this last time? Oh, yeah, yes I did. That's... Yeah. Gonna... visit everything that I didn't... You know, there is actually a lot less than I thought that I can't visit without the gliders. Or... Did I visit everything up? Oh, right. What? I'm assuming this is definitely not the Ice Temple. And also... And? Oh, I can. Well, might as well. I'll just... City in the Sky Exile. I wonder what type of people these are, though. What? Visitors? Wow, that's really rare. I mean, I guess they do have flying... Oh, wait, you know what? They do have flying... Wait, no. Do they? I don't know if flying ships are actually common here, because we took these off of the Renegades. This is the last place of repose left for all the half-elves. Well, I don't think I was supposed to be here. Okay, so they're all half-elves. It's been told that the first leader of Exire formed a pact with Maxwell and turned it into a floating city in the sky. Of course, it happened several thousand years ago, so no one knows if it's the truth. And everyone here only has one dialogue. We can live here quietly with no fear of persecution. That is all we have. Okay, so I guess... Definitely, well, okay, yeah, obviously this is a half-elf village. But it very, very much feels like I wasn't supposed to come here yet. You need, like, 800 gald for a rebuilding thing, by the way. That doesn't sound horrible. I mean, I have 30,000. I think that's pretty easy to farm. 30,000 wasn't too bad to get, I think. And if I farm in the end game, it doesn't sound too bad. This one is Simon. Simon. Oh, it seems like they'd have a hard time getting the resources up. Oh, and he flirts with the half-elves. Is this what's called hitting on someone? First time I've ever experienced it. I guess hardly anything goes on a place like this. That's pretty sad. Oh, and they even acknowledge... Okay, so they even have... Well, I guess they've always had specific quotes for the per character. I've lived my whole life here, so I don't really understand what Mother is talking about. Yes, are you well? Before I moved to Exire, I had a truly hard life. Half-elves with nowhere to go have no choice but to head for Exire. Maybe it's not. I kind of thought this was a hidden city, but maybe it's not. Mommy says humans are mean. Are you mean? What? Who are you? Okay, everyone has one dialogue. Half-elf and human travelers. That's a rare combination. Weird that everyone only has one dialogue here compared to every other place that has two for everyone. City going to... Makes me seem like this is an asset that they're not planning to reuse that much. You found me. I didn't know humans could be good looking. Can't carry any more orange shells. Humans? I've never seen one before. I will... Predicting now that the city will fall. Or something will prevent me from visiting it very easily. Oh. I'm looking at... Fuck. I'm looking at my other screen, which is me blocking out the interaction prompt. Because that's how I look at my chat at the same time. That's meeting. Oh, for once I found... How is he even here? I'm the mysterious gourmet, the wonder chef. I shall teach you the recipe for shortcake perfect. Perfect for that 3 o'clock snack. Nice. Shortcake requires 3 ingredients. Some type of fruit, egg, and milk. Farewell. That's multiple floors, okay. Oh, thank you. That's a sad reaction. I have no interest in the world that discriminates against us. Oh, this person actually has dialogue. We struggle to live each day. What else is there? You could probably farm the gold within 2 hours with the right setup, but it's tedious and you could be 2 hours into another playthrough. That is true. It's true. The city of Exire is completely cut off from the surface. Even we don't know what area we're floating over. Even if you try to look for us in the same region, you probably won't find us. Oh, I don't actually remember if the city moved or not. The story that the first leader of Exire formed a pact with Maxwell might have some truth to it. If there was something left in the city that had some connection to Maxwell. Then, have Mythos and Maxwell and Martel. Say that sort of thing to everyone, don't you? Oh, well, not really, I don't think. You're a devil. I completely forget about all my past hardships when I watch him run around. It does move around, but you map magically knows exactly where it is. Oh, okay. That's kind of convenient. That is also pretty high tech for how old... I feel like well, okay. I'm not too sure if I'm probably being biased because everything's all this chibi style, and I guess I did play Final Fantasy VII, but obviously there's a big graphical difference between this and Final Fantasy VII, the original game. Keep feeling this game is supposed to be really old, but it's actually not that old. Actually, it's not even old enough to be called retro, and I made the mistake. I should not have called it retro. It's not retro. How are you doing? Oh. You're not very cheery. But she gave me a... Holy shit, she gave me a holy bottle. Don't go near that place. Which place? This one. Gonna ignore advice. Okay, maybe she meant the bridge. Nothing. Everything? I feel like I looked at everything. Pretty sure. Well, I'm also pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here either, so I am bound to come back, most likely. I am 50% sure of that. Alright, where else do I go? Look around at all the things that I haven't seen before. Everything you can do right now. I'm supposed to go back to Silverant, aren't I? It does everything you can do around now. Double check this. I know you said the Ice Temple. I'm just double checking if... So this one makes me think I have to go back to Silverant, but I don't... That wasn't the one that Rain was talking about. You can revisit Exile later for some side contact. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Or if I went to this little thing. looks different. What is this? House of Guidance. I don't think I visited this House of Guidance. That makes sense to visit it later for an actual quest. Honey, oh fuck, I never thought I'd be hit on in a place like this. I'm sure there's a House of Guidance here. But, of course, this is the house. I couldn't go, unless I misread that line. I couldn't go to Altamira to the northeast or the Ymir Forest to the northwest. And I was starting to get worried. I'm sure that, oh, okay. Okay, I never realized I could. Oh, never mind. I see. Oh, I don't want to say that. I love this area because the area is so because the air is so fresh. Everyone's been saying just one-liners so far. It's often described as a hut in the middle of nowhere, but I like this little place. Maybe it's because it feels like it's farther away from the populated areas than anywhere else. I'm a cook. Wait, wonder why they say that. I'm a cook, not a chef. Don't get it wrong. Isn't there anyone around with a heart that burns with a passion for cooking? A little curious. I feel like I ran into someone that says that same exact line. So that's significant. Unless I'm just forgetting that I visited this place before. Welcome to the House of Guidance. This area is rough on those traveling by foot. It's side content? Oh, okay. This is the only place to rest in this region. There's so many places to visit, but I'm assuming that actually I can't trigger most of these areas until later on. Forest. Oh, this is a whole ass forest? I thought I was gonna be able to run straight to that hut. Oh, it's elves. The sacred land, actual elves, and not just half elves. That's interesting. The sacred land of elves lies ahead. You must have a letter from the king of Tetiala. Guess somehow I make up to them later on in the game? Not anytime soon. Okay, I guess I really should start figuring out where... You said the ice temple is one of the things. But also... How do I get back to Silverant? So actually, I want to see what's up here. Actually, not that it matters, considering I can't really do any stuff. I'm assuming I can't really do anything right now, other than the main story, so... Okay, I'll just have to remember this little house there. Do I have to... How do I get to Silverant? Have my instruction. Various techniques. Tell them out. Will this tell me how to get back? Renegade base is how you get to you got to Tetiala. Oh, okay. Wait, where? I am in Tetiala, right? But the warp system isn't active at the moment since you kind of stole their airships. Oh, okay. But I'm supposed to go back. I'm assuming I have to go back to Silverant. I feel so bad. They definitely probably said something that I should know to do. Shining Bird, but I'm assuming this is back, definitely back in Silverant. Analinks. At least the bonds of mana. But how was I supposed to know where the next temple is? If it's the ice temple, if it's just supposed to be the ice temple, then. Oh, wait, that's me. Oh, wait, maybe they'll tell me. Oh, yeah, I don't actually have to. Dad will tell me? Or not the dad? Back to me. Oh, okay. What? You've already formed a pact with it? Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't be of help. There are 4 summoned spirits in Tethiala. Have you formed a pact with all of the summoned spirits? Oh, okay. The Temple of Summoned Spirit Ice lies on the frozen continent where the city of Honora is located. Oh, so I was supposed to visit that city. You should head there. Okay, I don't feel too bad. I was supposed to come here, or I could come here for hints. Oh, good timing. Oh, I didn't expect this. What is it? When I was stocked up in the store, I accidentally dropped something important in the well. Can you go get it? Can you go get it for me? Sure, no problem. Oh, brother. Okay. Oh, okay. It was not a total waste. It's almost as if I planned it, but I didn't. I feel kind of bad. You guys just seeing me wander the town and I didn't find out anything. Okay, but now, where is the well? I wonder what he dropped in this well. Yeah, there's something floating. It looks like a book. Required account book. Can't believe he dropped something like this. Let's go give it back to him. Fuck, I wanted to investigate it. Thank you. I can't work without it. That was stupid dropping your account book. Its appearance as account book is only a disguise to fool the public. This is actually my prized notebook of I fucking knew it! I should have been able to read it! Oh well. Of secrets. Secrets. My secrets will astound you. Even my it's secretary, but am I supposed to read this as secretary loves them? Its appearance. Don't shake my head game. Oh, brother. What, Sheena? Do... Secret not. I'm curious about these rainbow words. Do not... Secret not. Do not hate me because I'm beautiful. Do note? Do note hate. Oh. Do not hate me because I'm beautiful. Not bad, but perhaps that book should contain something a little more novel. The Paninja. Oh my god, that's flew over my head entirely. I mean, I guess I got the secret one, but I thought it was a code, and so I was giving him a little more credit than no, I didn't mean... Hey, not bad. I'll give you the secret notebook I was using before. No, Go on, take it. If you want to hear my secrets, come back anytime. Oh. I guess I'll just read it. What? Really, his book of puns? His name is Paninja. Okay, what does this say? It doesn't... I can't inspect... I can't inspect it. Can I? Oh. Can't. Or can I? I can't... There's nothing I can do. Alrighty, custom... Wait, I want to see if I can customize anything. Oh, but she's already equipped with... Oops. Let me see. Do I have to buy anything else? Good. I wonder, will that book ever be useful? And now I know I have to go north. Oh, there it is. Okay, one more time. Ignore. What? I took a French class, and so... Well, actually, okay, I don't know if that would be... No. It's been a long time. The area is always covered with snow because of the ice caves. Oh, that would make sense. The summoned spirit of ice is said to sleep in the ice caves to the south. Good information. Pretty weird to come to a cold place like this. Did you come here for a reason? I bet it was the snow statues, am I right? Cold days definitely call for a hot drink. Greetings, welcome to Olive Village. One night is 500 gold. Would you like a room? Think about staying in... Yeah, I always feel like the inn may or may not have an event, so I want to try it. Save this time, so maybe I'll just load. It was a waste of gold. Yes. I have to look... Well, after I finish this game, I'll have to look up if there was any other inn events I missed. Welcome. If there is anything you need, please do not hesitate to ask. I heard that the summoned spirit of ice may live in the south. But don't take that kind of rumor at face value and head out there. If you were to get lost or something in this weather, you don't want to talk to them with... Oh! Yeah, good point, good point. I forgot. I just default switched to them. Thanks, Noe, for the reminder. Oh, Rex, welcome back. You were able to make it too. Yeah, I got a lot. I'm a bit further, and now we're about to go to the Ice Temple. Yes, and for once, I actually got all the chests within the dungeon. For at least I think I did for the Earth Temple. But yeah, also for once, I'm streaming on Thursday. I think also, I guess... I might actually so next Thursday, instead of being a probably not, it would be a probably for streaming. 50-50 chance. It just depends if anything comes up. Just because I missed the window to reserve this class I normally take on Thursdays. And so it got fully booked for this week and next week. Try again the following week and see if I can get a class then. How are you doing? Oh my, what a handsome lad. I'm sure you've broken many hearts. I guess I can't fool you, huh? You're going to Flanor Clinic, right? Are you sick? You look pretty healthy, though. I think she had one more time. There must be a special reason for you to come to a cold place like this. Or did you come to look at the snow statues? They're certainly well done. Have little energy. Oh yeah, I feel that. Actually, I felt like that this whole kind of day, but I was like, maybe if I stream, I'll feel more energetic, and it did work out. I guess it's just playing games makes me feel more energetic. Are you alright? Please hang on. I give them a potion. I'm sorry, it seems I've been struck by evil energy. Well, energy? You by any chance possess the devil arms? Devil's arms? The evil eye that you possess is one of the devil's arms. Who are you? My apologies. My name is Abyssian. I'm the last surviving member of a family of demon hunters. Abyssian sounds like a demon's name. Perfect. I'm Lloyd. I'm on a journey with my companions. What does a family of demon hunters do? There was once a man named Nebulum who attempted to conquer Tethiala. Nebulum was eventually defeated by a single swordsman, but his lingering hatred fused itself into the swordsman's 9 pieces of armor and cursed the swordsman's descendants. Oh, that's pretty scary. The family of demon hunters are the descendants of the swordsman who defeated Nebulum. Every member of my family lost their lives to the curse of the devil arms. Terrible. Can anything be done? If all 9 items are gathered and sealed, the family curse will be lifted. So that's why you asked us about the devil arms. Yes, however, the curse has progressed more quickly than I expected. I, too, have been struck by Nibelung's evil energy. I think it will be difficult for me to continue gathering the devil arms in my condition. Let's help him, Lloyd. Yeah, after all, we really have some devil's arms. Let's find the rest ourselves. Are you sure? It's not a minor task. Dwarven vow number 2. Never abandon someone in need. Then please take this sword and key. The devil arms carry the will of Nebulum, and the pieces respond to each other. When this sword reacts, you will surely find devil arms in that area. When you've collected all of the arms, please return to Flanor. Does the curse of the devil's arm affect anyone besides members of your family? No, it shouldn't. What is it, Presea? No, it's nothing. Okay then, we'll be back soon, Abyssian. Thank you, I am in your debt. Looks a little sus, but let's see. Okay, I see you guys are all talking. The renegade... How about the work? Oh no, he's going to sell us essential oils. I actually passed out early and we'll head back to bed soon. Okay, well I hope you have a good rest, Rex. Sorry I'm keeping you up late. Yeah, passed out early and we'll head back to... Dad, you must be really tired though if you took a nap and you're still sleepy. Or it's pretty... Also probably time zones, I'm assuming. Because I think I'm behind most people in time-wise. Being on the West Coast, I might even... Like... Besides Hawaii? I don't think there's anything further behind us. I am very uneducated when it comes to time zones. And also, okay, so Abyssian. Well, not only, I guess, Nibelheim... Niflheim. It sounds like Niflheim. Angels, and his name's Abyssian. I'm gonna assume this guy's gonna backstab us once we get all the devil arms. Nah, you're fine. I will usually stay up until 1 a.m. my time. I'm 3 hours ahead of you. Okay. Let me tell. It's 12 a.m. Okay, that's not too bad. I guess I'm the same. I stay up until... Well, I socially clock out sooner than that, but I do stay up until like 1 a.m. or so. Though I do need to sleep earlier, actually, but The caves where a summon spirit is said to be are south of the city. It must be even colder there than here. Honestly, I need to fix my sleeping because I've been drinking caffeine recently, and usually I'm a bit caffeine sensitive, so what I do is I usually buy drink a fifth of a 5-hour energy drink, which is this really small bottle. That's supposedly, like for anyone else, that whole bottle is for 5 hours. For me, a sip would last me hours. Which is good in a sense, but I'm also sometimes I get really energetic from it, but other times I get really, really anxious and depressed other times. So it's a bit of a risk every time I drink caffeine. So I kind of forgot about it because it wasn't happening lately, but now I'm back to ignoring. I have to stop drinking the 5-hour energy drink because it's giving me anxiety. If the influence of the summon spirit causes it to snow, then there must be a desert somewhere created in the same fashion. Oh, okay. So this is the reference to city name, the one back at Tefella. Although there aren't any deserts in this. I wonder. Wait. Oh, I don't know how must there be a desert based on what information he knew. Try it. Try it. Okay. Yes. That's it. No way. You know the one? Oh, so this is the Ice Wonder Chef. Mushroom? Pac-Man. Bigfoot. Need to catch up on the story from the other streams. Oh shit, alright. You were playing this too, I think. Yeah, you were the one that was playing this with your friend, and then you stopped at some... I forgot at what point you're at. I guess, yeah, I guess it is a little bit of a spoiler. I'm gonna be in another dungeon, and I'm gonna assume that I'm probably not gonna finish that by the time I end the stream. Hiya, welcome. Weapons and armor. equipment. Pull him. There's actually a play. Why does it give me customization, but we're not doing customization yet? Not here. But I am curious. Oh, whoops. It's because I'm blocking it with my face. Yeah, my friend has been super busy, so it's hard to play. That makes sense. I mean, it's fun that it's nice that you guys are like trying to keep up with each other or like waiting until you're both ready. But yeah, that does suck because you want to progress the game. But it's like, yeah, I guess that's the same with collabing with people. It's really hard to set up a schedule with your friends, let alone another VTuber. This year's snow statues are quite impressive. The idea of snow statues to entertain the tourists and the citizens actually originated from Altamira's Lazzarino company. That company really has a good eye for business. I missed... Too bad, I'm waiting for my boyfriend. Aren't you cold dressed like that? The people of this region all wear jackets stuffed with penguinus quills. Penguinus quills will protect you no matter how cold it gets. The problem is because it's a whole RPG, so playing co-op takes a super long time. Yeah, that is fair. This is definitely too long of a game to like commit to a co-op play. It'd probably be better to do a shorter game, and it's easy to be lost after a long while. That makes sense. I think that was the same thing with me and Borderlands 3. I stopped playing it a bit. Well, I'd also only play it with one friend of mine. And then, so we both stopped playing a bit for one reason or the other, and we tried to get back into it, and there's just too many objective points to get back into. Or too many objective points, and we didn't know what we were doing or why we were doing anything anymore. My girlfriend is angry again. She says she doesn't like the Bigfoot's claw I gave her as a gift. Does she have any idea how hard it was to get Bigfoot's claw? If Bigfoot is anything like our Bigfoot, I'm assuming it's a scam? Or just, well, I don't think I would want Bigfoot's claw if I knew it wasn't real. Or even if it was real. I don't have anything to do. I wish I was busy working like I used to. That's kind of sad. Welcome. Good do. Oh, but you're so expensive. I need these. Well, it becomes a massive urge to buy. I don't think it's enough to have one party member have it. Probably. Famous last words, maybe? Did I visit everything in that area? Okay? Alright. Celsius tears. Daddy said they're dangerous, so you shouldn't touch them. Guess that's something... I'm assuming that's a mechanic in the dungeon. No matter what the circumstances is, salvation can always be found. If your heart is troubled, confess at the church. Also, how is my audio? I'm trying to speak a little further, and I modified it a little bit so it doesn't do this thing that I really noticed that is in all my recordings, and I'm like, I hate that sound. You can get a good view of the city from that sightseeing terrace. The city's beautiful landscape is truly worthy of its reputation. At night, the streetlights alter the scenery into something even more fantastic. Sounds fine to me. Okay, that's good. As long as it sounds fine. I'll probably check the VOD out and see if it eliminated the sound that I was thinking about. I mean, I took some test records and it's not as strong, but it's still a little there. We can continue onward with the guidance of Martel no matter what the climate or where the location is. Go on a journey. It is a good creed. Onward with the guidance of Martel. What the heck? I actually don't I probably missed this, but I don't understand what the pilgrimage has to do with Martel. Why it's part of their religion. Fancy meeting you here, Chosen One. There are things I must attend to. The church in this city is beautiful. It has a different charm from the cathedral in Meltokyo. I can understand why many people choose to have their weddings here. Honey, how are you? May the protection of Martel be upon you. You seem like you're getting more comfortable with streaming. Yes, I think the first couple of times, well, actually, for like the first couple of weeks, I was super anxious starting up a stream. Now that feeling is kind of going away, which is nice, and I'm getting used to like at least saying the voice lines, except that Marilyn is here. Because I've heard his voice acting, I'm like, holy fuck, an actual person that can voice act. But yes, it's getting more relaxing. And I have been enjoying it. Like, it was kind of a thing where I know I was I'm still super introverted outside of stream. Well, not as bad as before. But I was super introverted before I decided to stream. And then when I decided to do it, it was kind of more like the idea to stream sounded really fun. But at the same time, I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to do it just because talking all the time was not something I've done before. But actually, it's been pretty good. I am surprised I can even talk this much. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Rex. That means a lot. I'm glad that I'm making progress. But yeah, definitely it's something I wanted to do, but also something I wasn't sure I would be able to do, and so I went back and forth between. Actually, I should say this while I'm well, whatever. I was already saying. Yeah, it was something I went back and forth between thinking, man, this is such a great idea. It sounds fun, right? And then the other half is like, fuck, I feel like games are kind of a waste of, like, I love games, but I couldn't convince myself that they weren't wasting my time. And like, everyone has their own time wasters, but something about games made me feel like I could be doing something else. But streaming helps me add something to the game to make it feel kind of useful again, I guess, is a way to think about it. And also, I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be, or as quiet as I thought I'm still quiet, obviously, but I'm getting better. You just have fun with it. Yeah, it is enjoyable. More enjoyable than I thought it would be. I thought it would be enjoyable, but at the same time I was scared it would not be. Okay. This is the Flanor branch of the Church of Martel. This church is often used for wedding ceremonies, and many come from afar both to visit as part of a trip and to exchange their vows. This church is the only facility of the Church of Martel in this area. There used to be a house of guidance as well, but with this harsh climate, it was difficult to maintain and support it, so it was abandoned. That language makes me think that there's a house of guidance that's abandoned to visit. The church in this city is beautiful. It has a different charm from the... Oh, whoops, I already said you. You walked all the way around the around the church. You can get a good view of the city from that sightseeing terrace. The city's beautiful landscape is truly worthy of its reputation. At night, the streetlights alter the scenery into something even more fantastic. And that is another thing. So I've heard multiple references to day and night cycle, which is also another thing I wouldn't expect from this game. But I guess Mario Sunshine had day and night cycle. But this is an RPG. But also that amusement park was talking about a night cycle too. I guess some of these places might have a daytime, nighttime. I was like, he looks so distinctive with his outfit, but where have I talked to him? South here? This is such a perfect spot for them to have put an item, but there's nothing here. Hello, princess. Hello. Acquired pineapple gel. Celsius Terrace is a flower that grows in the ice caves. Okay, it was a mechanic. Or Celsius tears are. Ah, excuse me. Do you by any chance have any Celsius tears? Celsius tear? What's that? Celsius tear is a famous ice flower in Flanor. It has the mysterious power to freeze anything. Freeze anything? I don't know of anything like that. I see. If you find any, please let me know. I'll pay whatever you ask. Okay. Also be careful when handling the Celsius tear. If you touch it directly, you'll be badly burned. Then how do we get it? You'll be fine if you touch it with a penguinist gloves. Ask the old man at the Snow White accessory shop about it. Oh, was I supposed to trigger that to get him to make... What other games would you like to stream after this game? There's a few. I guess I should probably mark myself as a variety streamer because I mean, I do like JRPGs, but I don't know if there's a line of things I'd play. So I'm thinking Bayonetta 3 maybe, because that's coming around October. You need to get 3 penguinist quills. Oh, okay. I'm thinking Bayonetta 3, God of War 5, which is actually completely out of my normal range. And aesthetically, that guy is too much of a... I don't know, a man's man. Like, Kratos is too manly, right? For me, personally, but the mechanics of the game were really nice when I played the 4th one. And it was around the time I think I was a bit desperate to find a game that was enjoyable and new. And because I can't go back and play old games. And so I was surprised by how much I like that. So I'm considering God of War 5, I think is the number. Definitely Final Fantasy Reunion. So God of War is one of the few good Western RPG these days. Okay, I'm glad. I was like, I feel bad because some of you guys are following me from Tales of Symphonia, and so I might diverge a little too far from what you guys would have enjoyed. But yeah, God of War is probably one of the few Western RPGs I would play. I think I'm going to catch a cold by the... Is it actually RPG? Could it be? I don't know. It's an action RPG, I guess. I think I'm going to catch a cold by the time my turn comes. I can't fake a sneeze sound. I think the other Western RPG I liked would be Red Dead Redemption 2, I think it was number 2. But that one was pretty good for the exploration. Yeah. That won't work. You still have to get in line. We're lining up to see the doctor. If you want to see him, line up behind us. I don't know if he's any good, but he's the only doctor in Floor. I think it's good to play some old games because they have some cool stuff. That is fair. I mean, it's because my graphics thing is a bit of a thing that gets in the way of me playing old games, but there is some... Like Tales of Symphonia is like one of the older games that's actually good to play, to go back and play. And I guess the other thing is... Oh, if it's on Steam, that'd be easy. I don't have any of my old consoles with me anymore, I think. I used to have a PS2. What happened to it? I used to also have a PS3, but that one's not here. I don't have that with me. So I have my PS4 and PS5. I don't have an Xbox. Or any of the Xbox consoles. But I guess that doesn't matter because everything's on Steam now. Diversity is always a good thing, I suppose. Yeah, it is. Or, well, also just... How to say? Yeah, my tastes are just all over the place. It's finally my turn next. I can't even remember how many days I've been in line. The Flora Clinic has an excellent reputation. Also, welcome back, Cooler. But I'm not really sick enough to stand in line and wait for the doctor to take a look at me. You'll have... Well, I just skipped the line, but not that they'll treat me. You'll have colds too, right? Almost every patient who comes here has a cold. I wonder why. It's cold. Hello, my cute princess. What? Are you gonna play with me? I wonder what point it stops feeling cold. It stops feeling cold when you're dead or dying. It's cold, but it's still not really cold yet. I think that's the point, right? When you stop feeling cold. Well, okay. Either you get used to it, or if you start feeling really hot, that's a dangerous sign. When you're in cold temperatures. Would you like some fresh vegetables? Oh, wait, I'll check what you have from the art potion. We'll buy a few in case. I'll name that dog. Oh, Penny, she's so cute. Her back here? Yeah, this is the person waiting for the boyfriend. Now, time to go south to visit the thingy. Let me double check in my inventory. is good. I guess I'm a little low on lemon gels. Vendor. I should have bought that. Should have double checked that. Whoops. Oh, never. Oh, actually. Oh, wait, no. I do need the three feathers, right? Diversity with a game is like switching between a game like Borderlands to something like Hollow Knight. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So I think you caught it right, Cooler. I'm gonna potentially go from this to Bayonetta 3, God of War. Okay, Bayonetta 3 is October, but God of War is November. Final Fantasy VII Reunion is on December. And for sure I'm gonna do this Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I do like God of War. I also wonder if I'm good enough to play it, because I remember having a hard time with 4. Probably run into an enemy to see what type of enemies they have here. Enemy mad dogging me. And I have magic lamp. Nice. Wait, is it just a little kid in the outfit? It's penguin outfit? Yeah, I never stay on the same game. That's true. Well, you also, King, you play like all the multiplayer games. I don't think you're meant to actually play those that long consistently. Because you're meant to like only play them for a little bit and then well, okay, actually wait, I take that back. Some people play Valorant for a pretty long time. And you do play Dead by Daylight for a long time, so I guess there are. But personally, I feel like not a thing. Looks like it's a thing. I thought these were I am very bad at reading retro graphics. I kinda met on God of War. The PS4 one felt like a parent simulator with RPG elements, though. Kratos is the Greek mythology. You will not deny my revenge. I guess that's the cool part, actually, that he chilled out. That Kratos chilled out so much. The entrance is in one corner. Oh, well, I did not mean to run into that. Zealous is unnatural. Very unlike you. Why would I say whatever? Very unlike you to be brooding. Very unlike you to be brooding. Hey, what are you trying to say? Well, you act like there's nothing wrong even when there is. Ooh, what's it? Lloyd's beginning to read Zealous. Okay. What? You really seem to... I mean, forget it. What? Come on, Zealous. You can tell me. No. It's not like me. Anyway, you just totally impressed me with what you just said. Oh. Oh? That's all you have to say? But, yeah, you know, I like how Kratos... I mean, I did play a little bit of the original games when I was but I was too young, I think. And they were too hard. And again, the same with Devil May Cry. I never finished it. All I remember is, like, I'd say my fingers slipped. Yeah, I remember. I was playing with a friend and he was watching me, right? And all I did was like, whoops, my finger slipped, and then heads would go flying. Kratos is a Norse boy. Fuck. I'll save time if you get a pair of penguinist gloves before you go to the temple, by the way. Oh, fair. Right. Okay, I'll start trying to farm penguins. Where am I? You know, I didn't realize the bodies just stay there. I kind of just assumed they kind of Final Fantasy VII their way out, which is disappeared. I'm going to head to bed now. Take care, guys. Oh, okay. Sleep well, Rex. Yeah, I hope you sleep well, Rex. Good night.
This is gonna be cake.
But yeah, you know, actually, one thing I am surprised about is that the boy in God of War was not as immediately annoying as I thought he would be. Well, okay, so I don't think you guys I'm assuming anyone who is ever gonna play God of War has already played it by now. At least the 4th one. And so, well, and it's not even really much of a spoiler. It's just about the character. The characters. And so I thought I actually don't like little. I don't like little kids in game or in anime, and I don't like them in games. Usually. I mean, like Marlin in Final Fantasy VII's fine, but she also doesn't really talk that much. But Boy or Atreus. Yeah, Atreus. It's been a while. I don't remember how you pronounce the name, but yeah, I thought he would be like a little shit the whole time, which he was at the very end, but not when you first meet him. So he has a really good impression at the start, and for like 2/3 of the game, and then for a portion like I think the 1/3 part or something, he starts being a little shit. I mean, which is natural because he's just a kid, but that's also why I don't like kids in my video games. And it looks like, actually, based on the trailers, he's gonna be in his teenage rebellion phase. So I'm a little hesitant. Now that I think about it, Boy progressively gets annoying until the end when he learns to listen and assess the problem before him. Something a lot of people learn when growing up. Yeah. It looks like, based on at least a little bit on the trailer, he's gonna regress again a bit. Or, well, no, not. He's just really curious about his heritage, which I can't really relate to technically, especially if it means involving myself in the war. But I guess later on in that same trailer, they're like, "What happens if we can only save the world?" But what the fuck? No, I'm pretty sure I activated the scene when I'm not supposed to. What the hell? Okay, no, I did activate it when I was supposed to. It's Kratos. What do you do? I'll leave him alone. What? I don't know. Which one would Kratos like? I want to know what you're doing, but I know. Okay, so I want to be on Kratos' good side, but I think he wants me to leave him alone. But I want to know what you're doing. I know. I want to know what you're doing, but I also want you to like me. Oh gosh. I want to Google this. I'm gonna Google this. I mean, I'm gonna pull out my pro strats. All right, I need to know. What are you doing? Or I'll leave him alone. Leave him alone. Kratos. Dialogue option. Where is it? Okay, never mind. Speaking of God of War, I'm getting the other Kratos. Okay, I'll do what Dad wants. I don't know. I'll do what Kratos. The Kratos the Dad wants. Leave him alone. No! I wanted to. How far ago was my save? Motherfuck. I'll just look it up. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I would have gotten minus points. Man, I didn't think you'd actually leave him alone. What the hell? Why? I was just doing... Well, maybe I'm just gonna assume that would have given me minus points if I interfered with what I was doing. This is the part where you need a save point. Yeah, but my save point was 5 minutes away. I mean, okay, actually, I don't think I got any feathers. I didn't get any feathers. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna see how far back I went. I wanna know what happens. Okay, I'm still out here. Good. Good. I don't think I got any feathers. Where is the... Over here, right? Oh no. At least you can change the language. Actually, you know, these scenes I don't think are voiced. So, the ones that come off the light don't have voicing. Kratos. Kratos. Yeah, see? What are you doing? It's you. I was just looking at the sky. Don't lie. Then how about I was scheming how to get rid of those that are in Lord Yggdrasil's way. Now are you satisfied? You seem well. What? Lloyd, don't be so trusting. There may be those close to you who are malicious. You're talking about yourself. We'll see. Be ever judicious. Now I shall excuse myself. I forgot to ask what judicious means. No, I don't know if that... Well... I don't know if that gave me plus or minus points. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna continue from this save point. Now, huh? I am not keeping good track of... Okay. I wonder what the drop rate of those feathers are, though. Whoops. Not mean to do that.
Not much of a specimen.
Wait, so where did I leave off with the Kratos from God of War 5 and Boy, right. Boy seems like he might be a little annoying.
Was that a bit too...
But at the same time, maybe he has a good reason for it. So I guess we'll find out. I'm hoping that he isn't actually portrayed accurately as a teenage boy. There's such a thing as too much realism. There's a reason why I play video games, and so things don't have to be that real. Okay, one quill. Where's that show? How many do I have in my inventory? Does that show up as my number 1? Oh, okay, yes it does. Oh, okay, I have 2 of them. It looks like it might be resistant to ice. Oh, so I can only equip 2 of those at a time.
You're gonna regret this.
I think Noe said 3 though, but I can only equip 2, so I'm a little interested about that. Well, it has a compound AX skill that increases drop rates. Oh. Is that the 1, 2, 3, 4 level skill? Because I also kind of squandered my level 4 EX. You need 3 to make a pair. Oh, okay, okay. Right, I forgot. I clearly forgot about that part. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. Whoops. Okay. Back to the city. Pretty dark, actually. Dark when last time I went here? Did it actually turn into a night cycle? I'm assuming I'd have to go... Gloves? You all can also get an item called the Tech Smash that increases drop rates for him. Is that the compound skill? Makes the gloves. Looking at the GameFAQs website. Oh, okay. The accessory shop. Probably the time to say that I have to guess which one is the accessory shop because I forgot which one. Okay, I know that's the doctor's. Here. And this probably is it. I got you, Akio. Oh, no worries. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Oh, what? Is it the old man? Oh, you have 3 penguiness quills. I'll make you a pair of penguiness gloves. Give the quills to me. Give them to me. Oh, good, good. This is my first job in a while. Now just wait there a minute. Oh, okay, so he can still work. It's just he has no material. What the fuck? That last sound. There, it's done. It's a pair of penguiness gloves. Please take care of them. I equip them. Where's these? Ew. Do I have to... I'm assuming... I'm assuming that when the time comes, it might actually be detailed enough to make me have to pick Rain to pick up those flowers. We'll find out. Yes, Mr. Bot. Follow her on Twitter. Also, is that spamming too much? I can lower the frequency for the bot. I just have it doing that so I don't have to actually post up my socials. I usually don't notice it when I go onto streams. Because I know that they have it there, but I kind of just phase it out. I like spam. Wait, no, that makes me feel like it is spam now. Wait, I can adjust the frequency. But no, it's not. Okay. Cepheus, oh, Seth, welcome. You were able to make it too. I guess, yeah, our time zones will never really align up. It is now, just for Seth to know, it is 9:41 p.m. for me. What was I doing? I was saving. It's not too bad, but it's still your stream though. Okay. I mean, this shit. I think it's about. I mean, personally, actually, when I'm on someone's stream, I don't even know when people are talking to me. Okay, you said corner. Corner, you meant. This is not the. It's around every 5 minutes, I notice. It should actually be every 10 minutes is what I set the timer to. Yeah, I set it to 10 minutes. But there are 2 different notifications that I spaced out that they sometimes align and sometimes there'll be a 5-minute gap. So one is at 10 and one's at 15-minute intervals. Okay. Turn around. That was the temple? Oh, where I was back then? Oh, okay. Alright, so I was looking at that correctly. I just didn't know where to park. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Can I only get... I can't walk... I was trying to walk into it earlier, but... Burn it? Nope.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Oh, you know, fuck. Okay, I should go to an inn right before this. I have a lot less TP than I thought. Okay. And Delos is pretty low. Actually, why is... Oh no, everyone else is good. It's just me spending too much on Lloyd. Guys kind of do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, I head back real quick. And go to inn. One thing that's really convenient. Well, actually, I guess it's really convenient to use the yards all the time anyways. Up. Okay. Now to find out is this is one of the dungeons that... I'm always wondering now, is this the dungeon that everyone hates or not? Yeah, I wish spin turning didn't take so long. Oh. The fencer was found. And ancient robe. Oh. They're all still. Oh, nice. Okay.
This is gonna be cake.
I can't, man. Oh, I guess, okay. I was like wondering why is there so many games coming out now, but now I remember. They want to line it up for the holiday season. And I guess they don't. I mean, Bayonetta might compete with the people that would buy... Oh, okay, so Western RPG versus Action RPG versus Eastern Action RPG. So I guess the audiences might be a bit different. And I think that probably people will... Bayonetta is usually kind of short. Same with Devil May Cry. So I guess people would finish that before God of War 5 came out. But actually, the other thing that I'm worried about is... I mean, this game's a little bit of an action game, but Bayonetta 3 and God of War are slightly skill games. And I mean, I was able to beat Devil May Cry 5 and God of War 4, but I wasn't able to do any of the extra content for God of War 4. Was that 10 minutes or not, Mr. I wonder. Twitter. Well, okay, so if you do that command, I don't think that counts on part of the cooldown. I didn't set because I didn't set it to reuse the exact Twitter message that I used for that command. So even if it was able to tell that it's showing the Twitter link twice, it would consider those two separate events because the way I'm calling it's differently. Hey, I can do it? Yeah, everyone can do the commands, I think. I didn't have a reason to lock out Twitter or Discord. I use this both in between 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. So the 10 and 15, because one is set to 10 minutes, the other is set to 15 minutes. I think I spam my Discord less. Which mostly because, yeah, I'm more likely to start a conversation on Twitter versus Discord. Oh, the ring suddenly got cold. I bet you could use the ring's cold power to freeze anything. Okay, then let's test it on you. Lloyd! I'm kidding. 10 minutes for Twitter, 10 for Discord. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to look at that. But it's like a gap between... I think I set it to wait for at least 5 messages to pop by before it even before the time... Actually, I don't know how it works. I know there's like a 10-minute timer, 10 to 15-minute timer. And then on top of that, it also waits until there's 5 messages in between the last time it messaged. Lloyd was about to ice the short elf girl? Yeah. Well, nah, he wouldn't do it. Oh man, there's so many penguiness coils. Ice coffin? Interesting. Okay, I don't think I want that on him, just because all these things are icing first. Oh, mean boy. That's kind of mild, Lloyd, I'm not gonna lie. Or, well, so annoying, or annoying little... You mean boy or annoying little kid? Roll gauntlet. Yeah, the Genus is always on our case over something. I'd use the ring on Genus. Genus is cool. Genus is cool. He's useful. He does all the magic for us, but he does bully everyone a little too much. Whoa, these things are big. Every time I see an enemy this big, I feel like it's supposed to be one of those kind of mini boss fight. And I mentioned this before. It feels like Malboros and The Tonberries from Final Fantasies, from the Final Fantasy games. Whenever I see an enemy this huge. Need to do it slowly? What? Okay, Zealous does have the best battle quotes. Game. Okay, is this the wrong way? No, there's a fucking door there. This Cestria has big enemies that are mini bosses. Okay. Also, oh yeah, you know, Arise also does, actually. Now I think about it. But they're very distinctive, I think. There's some mini bosses, but there are also some mobs that are just big. Ah, okay. Oh, has it? This is another door. Okay, no. What? What? Oh, interesting. I feel like I... Oh, that... Okay, I assumed what was on the top was a... Fuck, this is too much progression. I want to go the wrong way first. The left... Oh, it's always the left path. Every time... Okay, we'll find out. I don't want to talk too soon and find out this is actually something I was supposed to go to. Fuck, fuck. Yeah, these guys just popping shit left and right. Alright. I call them badasses. Borderlands got them stuck in my head. Oh, you know, that is a... I remember now, yeah. Borderlands did call like, they're bigger. Oh, I don't know, they kind of felt... I felt like they tossed those in enough that they... I guess they're like elite. Remember, actually, I don't remember how frequently Borderlands threw that stuff at you. Oh. Is that where I come from? No, it can't possibly, because there's a chest there. If it was a chest, I would have picked it up.
Not much of a...
But I'm assuming that door at the bottom of the temple is where I'm supposed to go, and this is just some extra... This is hopefully the extra content. Well, I guess I could just use a holy bottle when I go back. What does... I think, like, do I think of them as elites? But, like, WoW does? Oh, this leads me back outside. Okay. Use my holy bottle now. You have to stand right next to the dripping icicle. Okay. Oh, alright. I was looking at that little ledge. I was like, I need to make that little block of ice again. Icicle. That is such... That does not make it... does not make him what I was expecting to work. Because it kind of just worked. I mean, I'm assuming I hit something back when I got it working the last time. Flower? So this is a Celsius. So this is Celsius tier. It must be. Now we just need to use the penguiness gloves. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't have to switch it on to rain. But while I'm here, I might as well just have her wear it. What happens when I do this? Doesn't even work on living... Oh. Will you? No. Right, I'm glad I got this side area filled. They were just stronger versions of the mobs. Borderlands 3, it barely mattered. Borderlands 2, they were a bit rare to spawn. There were some that ruined a lot of people's playthrough. I can see how that would work, and I know that they had a lot of complaints for that for Back 4 Blood, where they had not too sure what they called them, the specials. Forgot what they called the specials. They had too many of those spawning, and that ruined that experience because then the encounters can turn into like four damage sponges at the same time. So I'm imagining that's what it's like with badasses in Borderlands.
All right.
Special units in B4B. I think they have a name for mutations, I think. Yeah. Oh, there's this thing here. What happens if I turn you into a... What do I do with this block? Oh. Do it, but why? Why give me this option? Off a ledge? No, I don't. Thank you. Yeah, there are 4 banshees on the 4th level in chapter 1. Oh. Oh, okay. No, what I do from here. Okay, so maybe I had the pattern insignificant. So they are looking at the right corner. Let me think about this. Okay. I can remember that. Maybe that pattern's significant. Oh, I guess I have to refreeze this. It was just coincidental that I happened to catch the drop water. And I expect that to work. Because I was actually trying to shoot it into this thing that looked like a cave wall. I didn't actually see the drop of water. Rocks look like ice totems. Like the ice totems. They do a bit. Oh, whoops. Bigfoot. Oh, it's an... Okay, I guess Bigfoot's pretty common. I thought they would make the Bigfoot less common. But he is doing some freaky shit. Alright, so you can't live. I was like, oh, I'll just kill him last. But he looks like he's doing something critical. And he was aiming for my healer, or with my caster, so... And these things... That does not count as a backstab. I feel like Bigfoot is probably a strange translation. It does not look like, yeah, what I would expect. I would think it would be like an abominable snowman or something. If we freeze the lake, it looks like we can walk to the other side. The coldness of Celsius tier might be able to freeze this lake. Can you use the Celsius tier? Oh. Great! It worked just like we thought. Now we can get to the other side. I thought I was gonna... Well, I guess maybe it's still good to use, I'm assuming, to take to that guy. Bigfoot versus Big Explosion. Oh. Okay, that's kind of cool. Several puzzles. Go to a story. I have no idea where I'm going. Never mind, it's actually Bigufuto? I'm assuming that's... Well, I think I'm a little rusty on my katakana. Bigu. Yeah, I think that's Bigufoot. I recognize the to. I recognize the Bigu. And so I'm gonna just assume that that one character that I don't 100% know is Fu and becomes Futo. I wish I could have a better overhead view of this because my memory is terrible. I'm just gonna randomly do this. Okay, so I need to somehow end up... I want that chest. Maya is giving me a big sad what? Don't pay attention, alright? Just pretend this moment doesn't exist. I have tarot. Yeah, my memory is not the best with this puzzle. Yeah. Oh. Motherfuck. Okay, well, it's a waste of time to go up and down this way. I want to clip it. No, I will. No, I'm not supposed to go here. Oh, that's a bad route. Fuck. Nope. A waste of time to go that way. Actually, I might actually have to think about. Alright, I'm gonna think of this backwards. Alright, so we go to the left side. I need to end up somehow in those 3 gaps. Now, what do I land on the right side to let me there? So, I can't stop here. Let me think about this. I could stop. One block is in my way. I could end up. What could stop me? No, I can't end up going here from this side. Well, if I go up here, what could stop me on the top side of this? Okay, at the very bottom rim of my screen is where I should try to land on something that will stop me there. Wait. Make an ice block? Let's try. Okay, is there any option to make an ice block? Almost made a sound, but you can't bring ice block to the sliding part. Okay. But, oh wait, I have an overhead view here. I guess that might be useful. Let's see. Alright. So. Oops. How would I go to... I wish I could show my mouse. Or, let's... Figure out what would stop me at the right point. I mean, I guess if I can get up to... There's like this bottom right pointy thing. If I could stop right on that, I think I can get onto the left side. I think. Or let me see what so first I'm going to prioritizing in the chest on the left. And my options are if I can somehow either stop at that little block, that rounded block on the top left corner, or on the pillar, the sharp one on the bottom right corner. Is there any other options for me for that? I mean, if I could... I can't stop on the back side of that face on the left, so that's not an option. Only be... Oops. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay. Like on the right, rounded on the left. And it has to be on the bottom side of both of those. One of those. Can I enter from another section? Oh! Okay. Get older. You could try it though. Yeah, but at least I'll know. I trust Noe on... Because Noe seems to know a lot about this game. So if they say it won't work, I'm pretty sure they know their stuff.
全くだ。早く精霊と契約してここを立ち去りたいな。
ほんと。年を取ると暑いのや寒いのがダメになるらしいな。俺様全然平気だぜ。
失礼だね。私はまだ19歳だよ。
19.
言い返す気力も出ぬ。
寒くない。寒くないわよ。
No healthy, unhealthy amount. Oh, that I could resist. It's not really unhealthy. But you do know a lot. This is how much I want to know about Orv when I read it. Okay, so I can actually go to multiple. I don't know if I go start here. I can always go here. Other. Where I think I'm going to freeze. I wish I switched to Japanese, man. It's rare to hear you complain about the temperature. I like it when it's hot, but I can't stand the cold. You should wear something warmer then. You're the one that looks like you should be freezing. I've gotten used to it. I guess kids are more adaptable. Go back. Get back. Yeah, this route doesn't do anything. Yeah, the one thing I want to know, as much as you guys know Tales of Symphonia and Borderlands, is Orv. Omniscient Reader's viewpoint. I mean, I guess I remember a big chunk of it, but there's still bits I can learn better or remember better. That's something I don't actually have a bad memory for. Okay. Oh, thanks for the subscription. No way. But I feel bad. I don't have anything really good yet. My emotes are still getting approved, but I do appreciate it. Thank you, Noe. Also, actually, I really appreciate you always helping me out. Oh, but not that you have to help me out with the puzzle. I'll figure it out. Unless you want me to skip this part. I got this part somehow. I honestly did not solve that fairly. I was just going. All right. But yes, thank you so much. Okay, so I got that. I forgot about subs. No worries, no worries. Actually, you know, outside of starting streaming, I didn't really think of subs either. Well, okay, actually, I had a friend that streams too, and so I only really knew about subs through them. Otherwise, I would not have actually known myself until I started streaming. But yes, thank you. Yeah, eventually, hopefully, I read online that supposedly emote approval will happen in 48 hours of submission, but it's been 48 hours, and actually, I think Kuro did his submission before, and he told me it took 2 weeks for him, so it could be upwards. Still might be 2 weeks from now before my emotes get approved. Now I feel bad. It's subscribed now, and then I ended up being stuck at this portion. Right, so now I need to figure out a way to stop on the left side of that one icicle. Or not icicle, that one rock. Fuck. I can tell you the path to the puzzle if you want, but I think you can solve it. Okay. I will give it, yeah, I'll give it a fair shot. I was like, I just don't want, it's like, I guess this is part of the experience of watching me do this for the first time. What? Oh, this is not the route. Part of the journey. Okay, how would I end up on that left side? Would I be another stopping point? So the other stopping point would be behind this rock, but I can't get behind that rock because I need to stop at this center point. There. How can I stop myself right there? Hey, Akio, wanna see? Wanna see a magic trick? I'm kind of curious I'm a little concerned. What kind of magic trick can you do for my chat? Let's see. What? There's so much. What? I mean, it's like, I guess that is a magic trick, but what kind of? Thanks for the chair cooler. That's a lot. What is that? Oh yeah, look, 750. Oh, that's too much. I don't know what to say. I wish there was a bit. I think actually I could get bit emo. I think there is a bit badges. I will eventually get bit badges, but that'll be a long time from now. Although I was thinking about what's it called? Commissioning Kuro again someday. Don't know what for yet. Thank you. And then, but I'm still stuck at this part. I'm not asking for. It's more like it's like, shit. People are giving me stuff, and all they get to see is me going through the same loop over and over again. Okay, I'll get this. I'll get this. When you get tired of seeing me do this, you could tell me the answer. 100 Pugbug, thank you for the 100 bits. What is this? Wait, I really got a hype train for the first time. Nice, thank you. I don't know what to do. That's my very first hype train. So thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot. I've never gotten a hype train before. Oh yeah, I said that. I said this is my first one. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really bad with saying stuff. Okay, so I'm back here. But no. Okay. Leave me back. Since I say hype train, it's already started. It's started. This is good. This is a good train. It's already a good train. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh wait, maybe here. Is gifting 1 tier sub to Lyric. They've gifted 2 subs. Thank you for the gifted sub. And Senri got it. Nice. You can use my emotes. Thank you. Wait, no, that's not. I was like, wait, is that my first? No, it's the first gifted for this week. What? Wait, what? Senri, you're here? What the hell? I didn't expect that. I mean, I was AFKing, but I thought you were asleep. Oh, Senri. I didn't expect it. Okay, I was wondering. Well, not really. I was like, I didn't expect me to have anyone watching me, but people are actually watching. Surprise. Nope, was up late with Phasmo collab. Oh yeah, I did see you playing that. And then I think I saw you stop. You hosted someone else, and so I just kind of assumed you went to sleep. But yes, that is a surprise. I'm wondering how late it is for you. I always wonder, because I know you stream at what's supposed to be your nighttime. But that's during my work hours. And so I don't even know what time. I think last time I saw... thank you for the 200 cooler! Thank you! I don't know what to do. Yeah. All I can do is kind of squeal in happiness. It's 12:13 a.m.? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Does not work. Fuck. That means all of these people... all of you guys are just watching me kind of flub about this portion of the game. Okay, not where I was supposed to go. Happy noises. Yeah, pretty much. I need to do what Sora does a lot cooler. I see Sora talk and I'm like, I wish I could talk as well as he does. Sora being my PNG brother. That's good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Oh, good enough. Good enough. Okay, good. I will one day work on my speech. Oh yes, you can spam both our heart emotes now. And then eventually you'll be able. I can't wait until I get my fucking I want my knife emote so bad. Okay, I would just lead me the same way. Here. No way. Well, luckily I don't have my judgment face because I'm thinking a lot of people would be giving me the judgment face right about now. No, this is not leading anywhere. Yeah, so what do I have coming? I have my judgment face. I think the two I'm looking forward to is my blade, my threat blade, and my judgment face. But actually, I'm glad that I don't have the judgment face right now. Because I just imagine King would spam that. Hey, Akio, yeah? Well, what is it cooler? What now? Let me see. Let's see. Have you been practicing your RR? I mean, King redeemed it once. So I guess that's about as much practice as I've gotten. I mean, I used to practice it before. Because actually, originally, I was planning to make that my... What was I doing? I was planning to make that my 600 follower reveal, and then I psyched myself out. And didn't do it. But yeah, I practice it very, very mildly. And I'm not going to say it's any good, though. I mean, I guess if you want to redeem it, you can. I think if King has enough, redeem points, I'm assuming you do too. I think Ari Cooler would be the ones to have enough points to actually redeem that. But what? Okay. Where else to go? Redeemed hydrate. Hydrate, good. I have 89? Oh, okay. You missed it? Yeah, you missed it. Kingo redeemed it. 89 bits? Oh no, it's not bits. It's what's it called? Channel points. Not 600. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of just stock bit points, like especially when I gotta get ready to donate to Kuro. Okay, there's two options. Okay, so I can't end up there. Level 1 hype train emote, nice. I don't actually, I've never actually looked at hype train emote. Also, does that unlock? I'm gonna have to look up if that unlocks. Oh, you know what this might do is I think if I get enough subscription stuff, I unlock more emote slots. So I've commissioned a total of 9 emotes. I think so. That will let me upload. I think 3 more. Fuck, I haven't been so. Okay, I was about to say I was so unfocused I can't solve this puzzle, but I don't think I could solve this puzzle with focus. Anyway, thank you guys for the hype train. Yeah, I need to figure out. I've never kept track of what emotes I get from trains. Okay, let's see. And does it give it to everyone in the chat? Let's see. I got a strain symbol on Aku's stream. Yeah, oh yeah, that is the one thing. That's the cool thing about hype trains. Get a little symbol to recognize you for it. Okay. I think I got one in Sora's chat. As a conductor, and also actually Kuro's. But fuck. Okay, let me think about this again. Alright. So, I need to end up in that straight middle line. I can't land on the left side to land on that rock because it won't lead me anywhere. So, I need to end up on the face of that face, or... the back of that, but I can't stop myself on the back of that or the face of this face. Yeah, because I can't stop midway. How would I do this? And so I either have to, and to get onto the back of that rock, I would have to stop at the back or this back of that square. I'd have to land on the back of this boulder. These ones were, oh, cute. Oh, you completed that, I think, right? On, I saw that on Sora's stream. Those ones are from the train. Oh, those are cute. Oh, even, oh, Squirtle too? That's interesting. Okay, so this right boulder leads to that left backside, but I can't possibly land there. And this this right facing face looks at the right of the wall, but I can't stop midway either. I want to go to the side of this thing on the other side, but how do I stop myself? Can I stop? I can't stop myself at this point, can I? I can't stop. I need to be able to stop myself at one block. So actually, what I can do is, can I end up on the face of that? Now let's see. If I end up on, I need to be able to stop here then. So I can go right by one down. So if I can end up on the face of this on the right side, I can get there. Squirtle is blue. Is that not blue? Am I colorblind? Wait, let me look. Wait, it's green. Oh. From the distance? Well, okay. When I look at far away, it looks like the shape of Squirtle. I will not gonna look any closer. All right. So I need to figure this out. The left side of this, or right side of that one spike looks like it could take me up. So I can get there by ending up in the crevice on the right side. So to get to the crevice on the right side, I need to somehow cross all the way over. I have to end up in that little gap. Go here. And so this stops. I need to go to past this block to that right side so I can get to my right angle. But two things block me, which is this, the block that I need to land on, and this bottom spike. Fuck. Okay. So, wait, no, it's only, is this only two up? It's only these two that are blocking me. I cannot, this is only a 2 gap space, it looks like. End up there. Don't over a little. I am a little, don't, oh no, are you colorblind? No. It's more like I have to look up close to the screen. So if I look straight, it's green. But it still looks like I mean, the shape of it still looks like a Squirtle. I think for girls, it's a lot harder for girls to be colorblind, I think. I mean, it's not impossible, but the chances of a girl being colorblind, I think, is significantly less than a guy. Because I forgot what it's like. Both parents have to have the recessive something. Okay. So how do I end up at that crevice? Okay, so if I can maybe end up at the back of this guy's head, but I can't. So if I can end up on his right side, but I can't. Is to that. Can't get. Okay, it's like, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, there's only so many combinations, right? Gonna feel bad for anyone that actually bothers to look through this VOD. Pretty sure, yeah, stopping at the face of that. What's behind that waterfall? Can't land on the back of this. I need to land on the left side of that pillar, to that spike to my left. Further than, not the one that's right next to me, but further to the left. There's one possibility, at least. Right. Or I could. I would be between these two. And I think I've already went. No harm in going left or right from me. But that leads nowhere. If I go left up here. I'm gonna feel bad if I don't figure if I don't figure that out on my own by the end of the time. Okay. Maybe I'll go back and do the overhead view. Go about this backwards. Okay. Right, so fuck. Why isn't it show me? Okay, I think that is that upper right? Yeah. Oh, what's up, Cooler? I think that upper right is where I'm supposed to go. Man, this angle does not include everything either. Okay. Great path? You want a hint? Okay, yes, I do want a hint. You know, you need to be next to the chest. That's the only hint. Next to the chest, as in next to the chest on the bottom part. This part thing? No, I actually forgot how to get to that chest again. You need to go from the bottom of the alcove where the chest is. Oh, okay. Now the problem is, I forgot how I got to that chest. Up, left, right, down for the chest. Oh. I'll leave. Assuming that's from the start. Let's see. Okay, from here? Could not be from up, left, right. Up. Wait. No, it's not. It wouldn't be from there either. Up, left, right. I would feel like that would cancel any move from anywhere if I went up, left. Oh, up, left? If I did any left or right combinations, I feel like all those moves cancel out. Oops, up, left, up, right. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Let's see, but now I need to get back on. Assuming it's from this one. Up, left, up. Okay, down. Oh, whoops. God damn it. Alright. Okay, so the hint was you need to go from the bottom of the alcove where the chest is. Alright. Okay, I assume that I've drunk too much water and I'm still thirsty. You know, I used to get that happening with me. When I don't really know why though, and I never bothered looking it up. Okay, so I assume that going back and forth between these two spots is safe. Assume going back here is safe. Oh my. Thanks, guys. Let's pretend none of that happened, alright? That'll be our secret. And we can just forget the last hour. I think that took an hour. It's probably an hour. 30 minutes? We'll just say it's 5 minutes. Just forget the last 5 minutes to an hour happened. Okay, now what is this? Okay, at least this part I remember. These guys were looking down to this corner. And these guys were looking at each other. Yeah, we finally made it. 10 minutes and a hype train. Was it only 10 minutes? Hopefully it was only 10 minutes. That felt like forever. Answer lies in the place with a view. It must be a clue to opening this door. Where's this place with a view? Oh, okay. I already remember. Maybe I even fought with my friends and we were wiped out, sadly. What? Wait, fought? Like actual drama fight? I even fought... Wait, did I miss... Drunk too much water? I even fought with them. No, in a game. Okay. Wait, you know what I'm sad about is where is my save point? Let me heal you, Lloyd. Everyone topped off. I think Zealous's honeys will give me more apple gel, so I'm gonna stop buying those. I'm gonna be so sad if I die here. Oh, but I do need Sheena on my party again, don't I? Yeah, I need her in a lot of battles, actually.
You who possess the right of the pact. I am Celsius, one who is bound to Mythos, the hero.
I seek a pact with Celsius. I ask that thou annulst thy pact with Mythos and establish a new pact with me.
You seek a pact with me? How amusing. Let's see if you can handle me.
I was like, this sounds like Sheena or no? I think I actually forgot to unequip stuff from... No, I didn't. You know, at that point, if I'm gonna have the guardian symbol, maybe I should just have Penguinus Quill. Oh, give me ice defense. We'll just survive. Be fine, right? Good. I think we're good. Celsius and Fenrir.
Show me your power.
Might want to check Sheena's what. Oh, you know, that is a good point. No way. Good spot. Good eye. Well, I can't believe you remember that. Well, okay, maybe it's because it's her strongest weapon right now. But thanks, Snowy, for the catch once again. Magic lens. Here. Gonna scan. Oh. Going for it. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh? Damn. Okay, whoa, whoa, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no, too late. I guess it does more damage. It's not in the combo. I was like, wait, is everyone dead? But they do need to heal themselves. Oh.
Help is on the way. Healing circle. Here. No way. Help is on the way. Healing circle. No way.
Venus strat is set to... Oh, right. That's a good reminder too. Yeah, he hasn't been casting for a while. Ah, that is a good point. Okay. I have to. That's a good. Oh, that's another good reminder. I keep forgetting to switch the strats back. What? I'll have you kill yourself. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay, everyone survived.
You need to remember that enemy's weakness.
Oh man, you're making me study here too?
I'll just cook for it anyways.
Excellent. It would appear that my freezing chill is but a summer's breeze to you.
Yeah, we can say that.
Now, speak your vow. A vow worthy of my power.
For the sake of creating a place in which the two worlds no longer must sacrifice one another, I ask that thou grant me thy power.
Understood. Use my power well.
Sound a bit like voice actor wise. I have a bad ear for voices, actually.
Now all we have to do is make a pact with Ifrit and we'll be able to sever the mana flow. Alright, we're counting on you for the next one too, Sheena.
You got it.
Out of here and save first. Zelos' true nature. Okay. Holy bottle before I forget. Check all my stuff once I... Oh fuck, I forgot that. Oh, Celsius, my... Fuck! As long as it has a female body, that's good enough for you, isn't it? Yeah, this guy's a walking libido. What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what it sounds like. Wait, I get it. In other words, you mean to say I exude masculine sexiness? Can't believe I said that. What's sexiness, you philanderer? Oh, stop, you're flattering me. Professor, what's a philanderer? Is it something to eat? I don't think you'd want to eat one. Philanderer. Philanderer. An insincere man who plays around with many women. Okay, oh, and so in other words, Zelos. Not fun at all when you put it like that. Oh, he actually looked kind of sad about that. And without the context of actual voice acting, fuck, I guess that would have been the time to tell. But I think based on the expression, it seems like that's not his intention. Which makes sense. It feels like a front, because he even does it with little kids, and I'm pretty sure he's just doing it so that they feel that as a... not like he's hitting on the kids, I think. And he's not hitting on the old ladies either. He's just saying it. Oh, that didn't voice this part. What's going on? That's the direction of Ozette. Yes. What could it be? There's a staggering amount of mana flowing from that lightning. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's go.
No. This is horrible.
Lenore?
What happened here?
Can't tell what city.
Lloyd, look! Look out!
What's wrong? Are you
Rosette?
okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, right. They were talking about this. God damn, I have the memory. Yeah, I have the memory of a goldfish.
We have to get out of here.
That's a bit of a long journey. Well, I guess they have
What
the
happened here?
yards to travel here.
I don't really know. Suddenly lightning fell from the sky and angels attacked the village. Angels? They had wings. Those with wings are angels, right?
This kid's blonde hair and blue eyes, which is only apparent with
Damn it! It must have been the Crucius.
the main enemy and Colette. And the design's pretty distinctive compared to all the other NPCs.
Crucius. So angels destroyed the village.
Presea.
Oh yeah, they didn't bother to give him a name, so he seems a little sus.
I'm fine. But this unsettling irritation, is this anger?
I'm impressed you survived. Are you the only survivor? What's your name?
And he's the only survivor.
My name is Mythos.
What the fuck?
I lived by myself on the outskirts of the village, so...
You have the same name as Mythos the hero.
Wait, are you a half-elf?
No.
Relax. You can tell, can't you? We have the same blood flowing through our veins as you do.
You're half-elves too? But you're with humans.
It's okay. We're all friends.
Humans and half-elves as friends? You're lying.
No, it's true. My sister and I are part of this group.
Relax.
Yeah, but...
Your reaction is understandable. I've heard that the village of Ozette is particularly known for its contempt for half-elves. If you've lived an isolated life in this village, you must have suffered.
Well, knowing how video games works, that's...
What happened here?
and a storytelling like this is the actual Mythos.
You're Altessa, right? What are you doing here?
I saw the lightning of judgment fall towards this village. But what in the world?
It was the work of Crucius angels.
Presea, you've regained your true self. How could they do this? Is this their punishment for failing the experiment?
What do you mean, punishment?
Now, how could that be a punishment?
Nothing. It's
What the fuck? Whoa, that's fucked up. What's wrong with her?
Wait. The Master believes that it is his fault that Ozette was destroyed.
Altessa is connected to Ozette?
Yes, excuse me. I am worried about the Master.
I'm going to follow him.
Yeah, Mythos, you should come with us.
But I'm a half-elf and...
That doesn't matter. Besides, what are you going to do if you stay here and the angels come back?
Lloyd's right.
I have no reason to think that the angels have beef against half-elf. Okay. Considering all the angels are half-elves? Those who can't return. Stephanie? Look. You know, maybe it's a translation thing or something that's not very easily conveyed with how the animations work. Yeah, I'm gonna save out here, but I think I should explore a little bit more. What? Oh fuck! I forgot what's going on. We were just playing with Genus as Kadama, but it's really hard. But I tried to. Of course. Here you go. Thanks. Yeah. Wow, Mythos, you're good. Was the kendama invented by half-elves or something? Is it okay if I try too? Like, there you go. Yeah, ha. Oh, fuck! I can't believe I voiced that. Okay. Well, anyways, I give up on that. Uh-oh, it's going to hit the professor again. Look out! What? The kendama just changed direction. Right towards Zella's head. Oh, why are kendamas raining on me? That was strange. I wonder if it was Colette's power. Strange things happen sometimes, don't they? But I'm glad Rain wasn't hurt. But Rain's not even part of the scene. What? So I don't matter? Daya, you made it! Guess who's sick and isn't allowed to work and can now be here because of this? Oh, I mean, that's a bit of a mixed bag there if you're sick. But, well, I mean, you could clip it. Can. I'm not condone. I don't condone or condemn it. Whatever happens, happens. But I definitely will not look back at this moment again. Oh, hope you get well soon. Bean? Daya Bear. What? I was like, wait, the whole time, did I misread Daya Bear when it was supposed to be Daya Bean? Or am I misreading Ari for Bean? But no, it's Bean and Bear. But yes, I hope you get better, Bear. What? Fuck, I forgot to change it. Why did Crucius attack Ozette, I wonder? Maybe it was because the village hated half-elves. If that's all it was, it seems strange they'd suddenly go now. I tend to think it was more incidental than anything. What do you mean? They may have been searching for something, or perhaps they had something they wanted to hide. In such a case, destroying the village would serve to conceal their action. Very possible. Ozette may contain some sort of secret. There's a city that's on a tree. You are a... Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Bear? Wait, what? Why is Daya Bear saying thank you, Bear? Unless you're like doing it third person, then I understand. You are a being. Let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna switch this to Japanese, so I don't have to keep voicing some weird things. Be friends.
ミトスって一人で暮らしてたんだよね。そうだよ。お父さんとかお母さんは？二人とももう死んじゃったから。僕も同じ。そうなの？ なんだか似てるね、僕たち。うん、そうだね。仲良くなれそうだよね。仲良く？本当？うん。友達になろうね。ありがとう。
Lyric feed? Ock feed? That's actually... I was like, oh, should I call... I mean, like, technically, Daya, I nicknamed you Alfred, but I was like, I don't know. Do I call you Alfred or Daya? I like both, Alfred and Daya. Oh, fine, there's another cutscene. I hope that you're not too sick, though. Like, hopefully it's not too bad. Those the hero. Like, enough to enjoy the break. Sometimes I like calling off when I'm sick, but then I'm too sick and I can't enjoy actually having that day off, and it doesn't even feel like a day off anymore. Keep those to hero.
ミトスと友達になったみたいだな。
あの子には同い年くらいの友達がいなかったからよかったわ。それにしても古代大戦の勇者の名前なんて素敵な名前だと思わない？
古代大戦の勇者ミトスか。確かにすごいよな。でも俺はミトスじゃない。だからミトスとは違うやり方になるけど、ミトスみたいに世界を救いたいよ。
Assuming that that Mythos is the real Mythos, he's... Oh, huh? What? What? This is inappropriate. Not the chat. I'm the fucking Wonder Chef appearing here in this house is inappropriate because there used to be... This is Pasea's house, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Wrong house? Yeah, I'm trying to draw some cursed emotes right now, but it feels like I need to throw up any second. You know, I think part of that is drawing cursed emotes might make you throw up looking at them, depending on how cursed they are. I am the mysterious gourmet, the Wonder Chef. I shall teach you to make a scrumptious cooked cheese dish known as gratin. Learned how to make gratin. I'm probably butchering that. Gratin requires 3 ingredients: cheese, pasta, and milk. Required ingredients for it. Yes, there was a skeleton in that bed not long ago. Okay, yeah, Wonder Chef is fucked up. Farewell. They're looking like that. Let me, one sec. It's not too curt. Okay, like if I look at it long enough, that like kind of starts looking weird, but kind of like the same way, what's that collectible? Fuck. Oh. Fuck, I can't remember the name. Well, you know those things with they're really common, and I'm just forgetting the name right now, but it's that the thing that they have numbers, and they're all collectibles, and it's not Nendoroid, it's the Western version. PopCap figures. They remind me of PopCap figures, which they look fine sometimes, but then you look at like the Pikachu one, and it's beady eyes, and it's like, that's still fine. But that's cute. I turned you into a bean. What? How? Wait, how did... I was like, wait. I don't see the bean. Okay. Bedtime for me. Good night. Oh, yes. Good night, Senri. It is late for you. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. And... else? I guess this town might be significant because it's a huge-ass tree. Was a huge-ass tree. And, plus, Mythos came. Okay, now to inspect my items that I got. Got milk juice, sapphire. Has the power to extinguish flames. Yet, it's all ice. Accuracy, I will give this... Okay, so what did I want? Right, that guy just kind of ran away. That's his house. How's Tessa doing? Second. Hydrate myself. I might have also actually, I think, missed the hydrate redeem. There was one earlier. Remember if I did it. Ah, the heart emotes. Yes, you can alternate them now. Ah, I can't wait till I get the rest. How's else? Alright. You guys have to say. The master. Oh, okay. I forgot. I did the robot first. Okay. The master has something he wishes to tell you all. Okay. I was a craftsman who worked for Crucius. So you're on the side of the angels of Yggdrasil. You know Lord Yggdrasil? Know him? Because of him, Silverant and Tethiala were twisted into worlds that fight it for each other's mana. That's a Crucius. What a way to dodge that. That's a Crucius crystal. I see. You must be the chosen of the declining world. This may be fate. What happened to Ozette was my fault. What do you mean? I came to hate the work I did, for it was indirectly taking people's lives. I ran from Crucius and hid myself in Ozette. I was found by a design named Rodile. Ordered me to create a Crucius crystal in exchange for my life. That means the research on Presea was organized by Rodile and the Pope, who then had you and Kate carry it out? Right. Rodile, while designed in service of Crucius, was also planning to revolt against Crucius. Because I supported him in that, Lord Yggdrasil grew angry and he destroyed the town of Ozette, which had protected me. This is how Presea, this girl who reflects my distant memories, this is how she was caught up in this. Terrible beyond words. I'm sorry. I can never apologize enough, but apologizing is all I can do now. My time will not come back. People of the village and Daddy will not come back. Thea, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Even if you apologize, I can't forgive you right now. Presea, I believe your loss has been great. But please, do not lose yourself as well. I can understand Presea's feelings a little. Some things never come back. Even if he apologizes, even if you want to forgive, you can't control those feelings. Not being forgiven, that may be the punishment. I don't think that's right. Forgiving or not forgiving isn't a punishment. I can't really explain it well, but... well, anyway, let's not get into a philosophical discussion right now. Presea doesn't need to force herself to forgive him or anything. Let's just think about what we can do now. Yes, you're right. As for me, I think we should take this opportunity to ask Altessa all he knows about Crucius. Currently don't have enough information. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, Presea, would you rather wait here? No, I'll listen as well. Oh, you should probably think about changing the Hydrate Redeem a bit. Once there was a streamer that set the Hydrate Redeem to 50 channel points, and there was a dude with 30k channel points, and the Hydrate Redeem had no cooldown. Oh. Is it too cheap? I got two different... Know him. Yeah, he kicked our ass. Yeah, he did! And also Stretch Redeem. The Stretch King... Oh, actually, I did need that. Anyways. How many points did I make it cost? Let me double check. Okay, the sound is gonna cut off for a bit while I click on... I got two different feedback on that. It's either... Well, okay. First I put it at 300, because I think I've seen it for 300 at some places. And then I seen it... I think Senri has it for like 100 or 150. So maybe I just need to put a cooldown. That's how she got... What? No, wait, really? Not really. Okay. I know that you can drink a lot of water to the point like you drain out all your nutrition, and if you can potentially drink it fast enough... Okay, I keep hearing mixed stories about drowning yourself. I'm not gonna look... I'm not gonna say one way or another how that works, because I always forget how that story ends, because I remember my college professor... Or, not college, high school teacher was like, you don't drown. You just kind of piss it all out and like get rid of it all, you get malnourished. And when I was older, someone's like, no, you can drown yourself and I never actually bothered to look it up because I don't drink that much water. I never plan to. But I should add a cool... I'll probably add a cooldown after this. I mean, no one's been abusing it yet, but just in case. Please forgive the master. Okay. Oh, you're here. Huh? You people... You seen my big brother? What are you talking about? My big brother ain't back, so I'm looking for him. Actually, your brother has already gotten home. Really? 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 Now they're probably looking for you. You should go back home. Really? I'm going home? Oh, I'm kind of curious about what that would have unlocked back at that temple. If you inhale water, you drown. Oh yeah, if you inhale water, you drown. You drink too much, you can get poisoned. Drowning is when water is in your lungs. Yeah, I know that part. I think... Okay, so I guess... Poison's such a weird way to say... I'll have to look that up. Do I have business with you? Didn't just have that little spiel outside? Alright. Do you have business with me? Can you tell us about Crucius? It'll be a long story. Okay. Get voice lines for this? No, I'm not. Crucius is an organization made up almost entirely of half-elves. There are a large number of dwarves besides me involved as well. So there are other dwarves besides you and my dad? Their objectives are to begin the age of half-elves and the revival of Martel. For that purpose, they make use of the Church of Martel and try to fuse the Chosen with Martel's conscience. If that's true, then why did the Zions try to kill the Chosen? X-spheres and Crucius crystals awaken when stimulated by people's fear and suffering. Okay? Also by their combat instinct. That's why the Zions disrupt the declining world. In order to facilitate the angel transfer... What? Just for that? They like do all the shit they do? They deliberately put... Well, I guess they still need the X-spheres. They deliberately put the Chosen in danger. However, they would not take her life. I feel like they could just capture her and then... I mean, I wouldn't encourage it and that's fucked up, but I would think they could just kind of... put her in a jail. You know? Or whatever that takes. Drowning's water is... The more you know. It must be a design that betrayed Crucius like Rodial. Or a member of the Renegades. Rodial? What is he scheming? The revival of the mana cannon. He obtained the plans to hide the mana... he obtained the plans to the mana cannon somehow, and is constructing it in Silverant. He's also the master of his own ranch. It's likely he's using his captives in the construction of the cannon. Once it's complete, he probably intends to build his own empire. How can he make everyone suffer for such a thing? Say, then is it true that Yggdrasil made the two worlds? Well, that's how I heard it. That he anchored the two worlds which are never to come in contact, via 4 monolinks. Placed the great seed in the center between them to guard it. 4 monolinks. Place the great seed. Center between the... The great seed? Where have I heard that before? It comes up in stories of the hero... Wait, why does Mythos know about the stories of Mythos? Never mind, I guess. I still think they're the same person. Because no way are they reusing that name casually. Unless he's a clone. But to pretend he doesn't know the bullshit of Mythos makes him even more sus. Or what sounds like... starting to sound like bullshit, because this is Mythos. That's what people call the soul of Mythos who died on the holy ground of Karlan. Wait, why is he calling himself Mythos? He's probably Mythos, but he knows the history of Mythos. After the close of the ancient war. Wait a minute, that's true, but... why does the same legend of Mythos from Silverant also exist over here? I've been wondering about this for a while now. Oh... Mythos is there present during the separation of the world. Yggdrasil has something to do with the seals, and so Mythos and Yggdrasil have a connection. And they look a lot alike. There are 2 holy grounds of Carlin, 2 towers of salvation, and also Colette looks a lot like them too. Which I guess is based on... Oh. There are 2 holy grounds of Carlin, 2 towers of salvation. And now the legend of Mythos is the same too. It seems it's possible to travel between the 2 worlds at their poles. I don't know where those poles would be, but perhaps the person we know as Mythos used that to travel between the worlds. Bipolar? Yes, that's it. Professor, what is it? This is my theory. Perhaps the ancient war was in fact a war between Tetiala and Silverant. And the hero Mythos arranged the truce that ended that war. Ended the war. Oh. We didn't create the 2 worlds, but they were just in the 2 wars. So that would be why the legend of Mythos exists in both worlds. Yes, and we assume that one of the 2 poles is the holy ground of Carlin. And we can understand the meaning of the existence of the 2 holy grounds. That's the door between the 2 worlds. Yes, that makes sense. I've heard many ideas regarding the bipolar structure of the worlds, but yours work from a logical standpoint. What other ideas have there been? The legend passed down in Altamira about... Oh, he's from Altamira? In Altamira about something called... I guess that's why he has something weird about Altamira. About something called the Otherworldly Gate. Some say that is a pool. Oh, Otherworldly Gate. What is the Great Seed? I don't know that either. But Lord Lijashol said that it was more important than his life. I can't wrap my hand around all this stuff at once. You all must be tired by now. Why don't you rest here for the night? Mythos, right? If you don't have anywhere else to go, you should stay here at my place for a while. Are you sure that's okay? I'm a half-elf. The only ones living here are Tabitha, who I made, and me, a dwarf. Oh, you made Tabitha? Yes, Tabitha is an automated doll, so having a half-elf here isn't a problem at all. Tabitha is a doll? Oh, oops, that's not a question. Okay. We'll stay here for the night too. Is that okay with you, Pasea? Please don't worry about me. Then I shall prepare dinner. And tonight, Genus and Rain will be here too, right? Yeah, let's play together. You're the first half-elf friend I've had. You'll be my friend? Of course. Thank you. Up. Up. Lloyd, wake up. The professor's gone. What? What are you talking about? It seems Rain left a note saying she had something she wanted to investigate and then left. Shortly before dawn, I saw a Riard headed south. Perhaps that was Rain. South, so in the direction of Altamira? Now that you mention it, Her Highness was acting just a bit strange yesterday. One in this party is acting a bit strange. Mythos is sus, Zelos is sus. I mean, okay, Regal is obviously hiding something about Altamira, but he's already a prisoner. He can't be more sus than he is right now. But Colette is sus. The only one that's not sus right now is Lloyd and Genus, actually. Yeah, it'd be Gina, Lloyd, Genus are the only ones that are out acting sus. Well, okay, Gina, Lloyd, Genus, and Regal are the only ones not sus in my party. I guess half of us. She was going on and on about the otherworldly gate. What do we do, Lloyd? I'm worried about her being by herself. Let's go find her. It's not good for us to be separated right now. Will you take me with you? What are you talking about? It's dangerous. I know that, but I'm worried about her. There are monsters all over Tetiala right now. This is the first time I've met another half-elf besides me, so I want her to be okay. I don't trust this guy, but I mean, in character, who would I disapprove of? Who would disapprove of me taking him with me? It'd be a bit hypocritical since we've been taking everyone else with us. But, sounds like he is definitely a spy, but I don't know. Alright, come on. Thank you, Lloyd. Don't worry about it. Any friend of Genus is a friend of mine. Okay, let's do our best, Genus. Ethos, thank you. Genus, let him ride on your Riard. Okay. Wait, this is for Pasea. A key crest. Hardly enough to call it an apology, but I went ahead and made one. Oh, it'll be more reliable than that makeshift one she has now. Pasea, let's accept it. Okay. You hand over anything. Anymore. Sorry, although I know it's not something that can be simply forgiven. I may not be able to make up for what I've done, but if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Out of this. Okay. That should be probably a good place to leave it since it is 11 here. I'll probably leave it there. And let's see. I think next. Well, okay. I kind of roughly told people that were here last time what should be my schedule. So Friday is a maybe for streaming. Friday's a maybe. Saturday is a no. Sunday is a maybe. Monday I think is a maybe. Tuesday's yes. Wednesday next week is a no. And Thursday's a maybe. Well, that's roughly it. We'll see. So we'll see about Friday. I'll announce it again. Oh, yeah, my Discord will automatically announce it right on time. We'll see if I'll actually be able to tell you guys ahead of time if I know for sure. Probably not. Almost every day is a maybe. Yes, pretty much. The only day is not as maybe right now is Tuesday. And Tuesday is the only one I can actually guarantee. Maybe I'll just make a schedule sheet and just say Tuesday is the only one. Well, normally is everything a no for me. Oh yeah, our time doesn't match up at all. It sucks. I mean, maybe on the weekends because Sunday I do stream at a different time than now. The only reason I stream this late is because I have work up until 6 p.m. PST. But yeah, I think maybe we might meet on the weekend. I think yeah. Well, actually, I have no idea. Never mind. But yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll just... It happens. But I was glad you were able to stop by this time. I guess that's it. And... Okay, good progress. I'm gonna... Well, the music once again is gonna cut out as I click off the game. And I'm gonna look for someone to see if I have my brother online. Sometimes he streams after me. And no, he's not on. So let's well, the Resident Evil 6 is a bit of a jump. Valorant, Smash. Actually watch Prince. I know Prince Jack did pass by here before. Do raid him? Let me listen.
I upgraded
Does
my
not
audio command.
Smash.
Okay, honestly, I feel that for...
Well, we'll try Super Mario Maker. You choose to stay or not. You do get extra points if you do stay. And I will... Oh, where's my raid button? Raid channel. Prince. Jack. Hey, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Hope you guys sleep well if it's nighttime or have a good rest of the day if it's daytime. I will be just going to relax for a bit. All right, thank you. Bye. Oh, wait, starting raid. Still starting in. Let's see, it's counting down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 5. Bye, guys. 2, 1. Raiding now.
What story mode?